Hello dear students, a very warm good morning to all of you and welcome back in our biology session. So in our biology session today we are going to start our next lesson, that is lesson number 7, weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. Okay. So in this particular lesson we are going to discuss about what is meant by weather, what is meant by the climate and how that weather and climate can affect the animals or how the animals can get adapted to the different climatic conditions. Okay, so all these things we are going to see deeply one by one in this same lesson. So before we are going to discuss the first one point from our lesson, that is we are going to discuss about weather. Okay, so if you call this word weather, then the first thing comes in our mind, that is what weather means. What if it is a rain, then we can say the rainy weather. Today's weather is rainy. If there is a bright sun, then we can say today's weather is sunny. Okay, so my dear students, this weather affects our daily activities. According to the weather, we are planning our different activities, whatever the functions we want to celebrate in our house. All these are depends on the weather. Okay. So suppose if the weather is cloudy, then your parents advise you to carry the umbrella with you. Okay, if there is any function we are arranging in your family, then first of all you are discussing about the weather. Is it raining? Then mostly during the rainy season we are avoiding the different types of the functions. Okay, so it means what? According to the weather we can plan our some of our trips, or we can say plan our functions. Next one, very correlate to you, as we know, if there is a cricket, okay, cricket matches are there. Then before that match will start, before match starts, the experts are discussing about the weather. Okay, how if there is any cloudy weather, sunny weather, windy weather, like they can discuss among themselves, or they are telling us, they are giving an idea about the weather. Is the weather will affect the upcoming game? So all these things they were discussing. So in this way, what we can say, the weather is very important thing in our daily life. Okay. So next one. Now see, I will show you one picture. See, this is the one weather report. Okay. So like this weather reports you can get in the different types of the newspaper. In the different newspaper, they are giving us the information about the weather. So from this information, what we will come to know, which information is given in this weather report. It telling us about the temperature, then it tells us about the when there is a moon rise and when there is a moon set. Also it tells us about the when there is a sunrise and when there is a sunset, how much amount of the humidity is there. Okay, so this weather report is based on the 24 hours. The previous 24 hours, how was the weather they are telling with the help of this weather report. Okay. So, up till now we have discussed about how the weather reports we are getting, which things we are getting from the weather report, and how that weather affects our daily life. Okay. But my dear student, what is meant by the weather? So, let's find out the answer. We will discuss about the definition of the weather. Weather means what? The atmospheric condition on a particular day. Okay. What? The atmospheric condition on a particular day at a place with respect to what? With respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, speed and direction of wind, etc. is called the weather. Okay. So we can say that what? The atmospheric condition at a particular day, at a certain place, means we can say that weather is not same everywhere. If we can say that the weather in the Baitwadi, okay, as our school is in the Baitwadi, so if we say the weather in the Baitwadi is raining, then we cannot say that the weather in the Dapoli, it is also what? Same. It is also raining there. We cannot predict that. So weather is not same place to place. Okay, so what is the definition? The atmospheric condition on a particular day at a place, okay, at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, speed and direction of wind, etc. is called the weather. Okay, so that is called as what? weather. So with the help of all these different elements, see, these are called as what? Elements of weather. Temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind, all these are called as what? Elements of weather, because they plays a vital role in the changing of the weather. Because of all these elements, the weather get changes. Okay, so these are called as what? Temperature, humidity, rainfall, speed and direction of the wind, etc., etc. All these are called as what? Elements of weather. Okay, so here I am going to give you one task. See, in your textbook, page number 69, there is one table given, that is table number 7.1. One activity is there. In that table, you have to write 1 week weather report. So we'll start from today. Today it is what? 4th August. Okay, so from this Wednesday to next Wednesday, we are going to observe the weather forecast report. We are going to write the minimum and maximum temperature. So you have to write the minimum and maximum humidity, and also you have to write the amount of the rainfall. Okay, so all these charts you have to fill in within this 1 week. Okay, so after filling this form, what you will come to know that each and every day is showing a different number. Sometimes there is a minimum temperature is different, then there is a maximum temperature is different. Okay, also the humidity is also not same on every day, and also the rainfall is also not same every day. Okay, so in this way you will come to know that the weather will not remain same every day. The weather is changing. Okay, the weather can change every day, or we can say that the weather can change time to time. If we can say that now it is the sunny, weather is sunny, if there is bright sunlight, within the fraction of the minute the weather can get changed. It becomes so much windy, it becomes cloudy, and it becomes started to rain. Okay, so in this way we can say that we cannot say the weather particularly, or the weather can change time to time. Okay, so this is about what? Weather. Okay, so who is giving us this weather forecast report? So the weather forecast report is given by the scientist. Okay, the scientists, those who are doing the study of the weather, that scientists are called as what? Meteorologists. Okay, that scientists are called as meteorologists. The meteorologist of the Indian Meteorological Department of the Government of India forecast the weather report. They are telling us the information about the weather, and the scientists, those who gives the information about the weather, they are called as what? Meteorologists. This department use the different scientific instruments to get to know the exactly idea about the maximum and minimum temperature, humidity, snow and rain, and also about the wind. And by doing all this study, or by doing the study regarding all the observation, they are telling about the weather. Okay, so this is about weather. Now we are going to move for the next one point from the weather, that we are going to discuss about elements of weather. So my dear students, basically there are the main elements of weather are minimum and maximum temperature. Next one is there humidity. Next one there is a rain and snow, and the last one is what? Wind. So all these elements of weather we are going to discuss one by one deeply. Right now we will start with the first one point, that is what? Minimum and maximum temperature. So this minimum and maximum temperature also plays a vital role in the changing of the weather. Okay, so minimum and maximum temperature means what? The temperature within that day, or the maximum temperature within that day is called as what? Maximum temperature, and minimum temperature in that day or during the day is called as what? Minimum temperature. Or we can say that the highest temperature during the day, it is called as what? Maximum temperature. Also we can say that the lowest temperature during the day is called as what? Minimum temperature. Okay, so to measure this maximum and minimum temperature, the scientists are using one instrument, and the name of that instrument is what? Minimum and maximum thermometer. Okay, then the instrument is called as what? Minimum and maximum thermometer. The instrument is used by the scientists is what? Minimum and maximum thermometer. So see in the image you can see how it is exactly the minimum and maximum thermometer. So basically it is a U-shaped tube. In that U-shaped tube there is a mercury. So with the help of that mercury we can find out the minimum and maximum temperature. So one side of that mercury, one side of this thermometer is showing the minimum temperature, another one side of the thermometer is showing the maximum temperature. Okay. Now the next one thing is that when to measure the minimum and maximum temperature. So my dear students, as we know that as the sun rises, okay, during the morning, what happened? The sun rays we are getting, that is what, slanting. We are getting the slanting sun rays. That is the reason during the morning we are feeling cold, or there is a cool climate, cool weather during the morning session. Why is it so? Because during the morning we are receiving, the earth surface receive the sun rays which are coming in a slanting manner. Okay, and that is the reason we can measure, or the minimum temperature of the day is measured during the early morning. Okay, what I said that the minimum temperature can get measured during the early morning. Why is it so? Because during the early morning we are receiving, our earth surface receive the sun rays in a slanting position, and that is the reason the temperature is low. Okay, there is a cool weather, and that is the reason we can measure, the scientists are measuring the minimum temperature during the early morning. Next one. As the day comes over, as the day becomes bigger, as the day becomes advanced, then that time what happens? We are receiving the sun rays directly. Our earth's surface receives the sun rays directly, which causes the more heat, which causes the air gets warm. Because of that direct sun rays, what happens? The heat, air get warm. Okay, and that is the reason during the afternoon we are feeling more hot. And that is the reason we can measure the maximum temperature during the afternoon time. So see, that is the reason during the summer season we are feeling very warm. Okay, so see, during the summer season also in the early morning we are feeling very cold. Okay, or we are feeling very fresh, or we are feeling cool. But during the afternoon, as the day advances, then what happens? We are feeling very hot, and at the afternoon it is extremely unbearable hot. Why? Because during the summer season also, or every time during the afternoons we are getting the sun rays, our earth surface receives the sun rays directly, and the temperature rises. That is the reason the maximum temperature is measured during the afternoon time. Okay, so here two things we have discussed. Minimum temperature scientists are measuring during the early morning, and the maximum temperature measured during the afternoon period. Okay, so this is the first elements of the weather, that is what, minimum and maximum temperature. It get measured with the help of the minimum and maximum thermometer. Now we are going to move for the next one, that is we are going to discuss about the humidity. Okay, now my dear students, what is mean by humidity? What is by humidity? So the amount of the water vapor present in the air, it is called as what? Humidity. So the amount of the water vapor present in the air, it is called as what? Humidity. And the amount of that water vapor present in the air, it is given by the percentage. It is denoted by the percentage. So the weather report of the humidity is given in the newspaper in the percentage manner. Okay, we are writing the humidity in the percentage. Okay, and to measure the humidity, we are using one instrument which is called as what? Hygrometer, which is called as hygrometer. Okay, so see in the image you can see exactly how it is, hygrometer. So in this way, this is about what? Humidity. Humidity means what? The amount of the moisture present in the air, it is called as humidity. Or we can say that we are using one instrument, or the instrument used to measure the humidity or the relative humidity. Relative humidity means what? How much amount of the water vapor are present in the air. So this hygrometer is used to measure the humidity. Exactly the humidity we are measuring means we are measuring the relative humidity. Now relative humidity means what? The amount of the water vapor present in the air. Or we can say that it is expressed by in the form of percentage. Okay, or how much amount of the water is held by the air during that temperature. Okay, so see, if the temperature is more, then the amount of the water vapors are more, or we can say that water humidity is more. If the temperature is less, then the humidity is also what? Less. Okay, so in this way relative humidity means what? It is expressed as the percentage of the water at that time which is held by an temperature, which is held by a temperature. Means we can take the certain period of the day. Within that day, if we say that the 48 degrees Celsius temperature is there, then at that 48 degrees Celsius temperature, how much amount of the water vapor is present in the air? That is measured in the form of what? Percentage. Okay. So this is about what? Humidity. The relative humidity is get measured with the help of what? Hygrometer. With the help of what? Hygrometer. Now we are going to move for the next one, that is what? Rain and snow. So as we know, because of the heat of the sun, the water from the water bodies get evaporate. It goes very up. Okay, it becomes cool, and that water drops get collected each other, and it becomes so much heavy, and then it comes down in the form of rain. But in the cooler region or in the mountain region, in the polar region, what happens? That rain water or the droplets of the water, it converts into the snow, and it comes in the form of snowfall. Okay. So to measure this rain, we are having one instrument, or the scientists are using one instrument, and the name of that instrument is what? Rain gauge. You can see in the image how it is exactly rain gauge. Okay, so the rain gauge is what? One cylinder is there, measuring cylinder is there. Over that there is one funnel like structure. Okay, so in this way, with the help of this measuring cylinder, we can find out the amount of the rainfall, and the rainfall is measured in the form of millimeter. Okay, in the form of millimeter. So you see, from this funnel the water comes into this measuring cylinder, and after that, within the day, how much ml of water get collected in that measuring cylinder, that much rainfall we are considering. Okay, or during that day, that much rainfall happens. That is our weather forecast report. Now the last element of the weather we are going to discuss, that is what? Wind. Wind means what? The moving air is called as wind. It is also very important element of the weather. If there is a wind blows very fastly, very rapidly, then we can say that what? Weather is windy. Okay, weather is windy. So in this way, wind is also very important factor of the weather. Okay. So my dear students, up till now we have discussed about the 4 elements of weather, that are minimum and maximum temperature. Then we have discussed about the humidity, rain and snow and wind. But all these weather elements are totally, all these weather elements can get changed because of only one thing, that is nothing but what? Sun. Okay, that is nothing but what? Sun. So sun is a very important factor in the weather. All the changes in the weather takes place because of the sun only. Okay, because of the sun only. So sun is a very important factor of the weather. Sun plays a vital role in the changing of the weather. So as we know that the sun is the very hot sphere. It contains different gases. Okay, it is a hot sphere and it is very far from the earth. But still, how much the energy, how much the heat we are receiving from the sun, it is unbearable sometimes for us during the summer season. Okay. So in this way, it is the hot gases of sphere. The sun is what? Hot gases sphere, we can say that. And whatever the heat we are receiving from the sun, or we can say that the sun is the main source of the light and the heat on the earth. We are getting the light from the sun, we are getting the heat from the sun. Okay. So whatever the heat radiated from the sun, it is get reflected by the different water bodies. Also we can say it is get reflected by the land. So the sun is the primary source of the energy on the earth. The sun's energy get absorbed and reflected by the earth's surface, ocean and the atmosphere. And because of all this absorption and the reflection of the heat, all the changes in the weather takes place. Okay. So might be you have observed, whenever we are visiting to the coastal area, then we are feeling our body sticky. Why is it so? Because during the or in that coastal region, in the coastal area, the weather is a humid. Okay, there is a more amount of the humidity. So there is a humidity is more, so we can feel our skin sticky, because whatever the amount of the water is present in our air cannot get evaporated in the form of sweat. So we can feel the sticking. So it means what? In the climatic, in the coastal region, the weather is what? Hot and humid. But if we visit to the desert, in the desert there is extremely hot. Okay, and that is the reason we can say that weather is very hot also and dry also, because there is a very less amount of the rainfall, very less humidity, and that is the reason in the desert the weather is very what we can say, hot and dry. But in a desert, during the day it is extremely hot, but during the night it is extremely cold also. But the main thing is that there is a very scarcity of the water, and that is the reason there is a very less humidity. So we can say that the weather during the climatic desert region, we can say somehow hot and dry. So what is the main thing? We can say that the weather is not same at the places. Okay, it get different place to place, and the sun is the primary source of the energy on the earth. Okay, so this is all about today. Today we have discussed about the weather, also we have discussed about the elements of weather. So my dear students, here we will stop. We will meet in the next video with the next point, and for today, thank you.